Hello, my people. It's your boy Victor Isibo again. Today I just want us to have an interactive session. Let us talk. Let us relate. My YouTube channel is centered around money, making money, savings, investment. These things are very important in our lives. And I decide to make content around that, and that is my niche. And today I just want to rant. And in this rant, you are going to, laugh, you are going to relate with what I'm saying, and you are going to learn a thing or two. Banks are hypocrites. They are liars. See, if they say hypocrites, let all the bankers around, let them raise their hands, because that is their name. The institution that tells the most lies, the most hypocritical institution ever, is the banks. Now, why am I coming for the banks today? There are some things that I just think about and I just laugh. I don't know if you think about those things too. Now, first of all, let's talk about savings. The entire modus operandi of a bank, the hardcore purpose of the marketing department of any bank is to encourage individuals like you and I to save. Now, when you are so passionate about telling people to do something, we expect you to do the same thing too. There was a day I went to the bank. I wanted to withdraw money. I saw a long queue at the withdrawal section. What is happening? Is this World War V? Now, what is happening? One lady told me that she had been there for almost 2 hours waiting to withdraw. What is the problem? She said the bank said they don't have money. What? What is this? Are they not supposed to be keeping our monies for us? Now we need our money. They are saying they don't have money. I looked at the deposit section. All their employees, all their staffs, they were at the deposit section collecting deposits. They asked us to wait so that they will process more deposits so that they will have enough money to process withdrawals. So I started thinking, meaning that all the money we deposit at these banks, they don't actually keep them at the bank. The money is not always readily accessible. So that means banks don't actually save money. That is the truth. Banks don't save money. They only tell you to save money. They themselves, they don't save money because your money is like a problem to them. Your money is like a liability to them. Your money does not even last 48 hours in the bank. Hello? The moment you deposit it, they give it out. Because money does not have any inherent tendency to grow on its own unless it is used. So you see, that makes savings senseless. When you are saving money for the sake of it, the money continually reduces in value via a phenomenon called inflation. Now, I made a video 2 years ago, very interesting video. The video quality might not be all that, but the message is very, very, very educating, eye-opening, and enlightening. I will leave that video up here. Then I will also leave the video in the card at the end of this video. That video details a typical classic case of hyperinflation in Zimbabwe. Now, let me talk briefly about inflation. You know what inflation means? Inflation, in the way a common man, a farmer in the village will understand, is the rate at which your money continually loses value. The rate at which your money loses purchasing power. That is what inflation means. And now, how can we explain how money loses purchasing power? Now, the prices of goods, commodities, and services keeps going up. Yes, because the amount you used to buy biscuit 5 years ago is no longer the amount you used to buy this biscuit today. So prices of goods and services and commodities keep going up and up, while invariably the value of money, the purchasing power of money, continually reduces. Here is what I am saying. If today the price of, say, maybe a USB cord is 1,000 naira, the price of USB cord in the next 2 or 3 years will not remain at 1,000 naira. It will become, say, maybe 1,500 naira in the next 2 years. That means that this money in the next 2 to 3 years will no longer be able to purchase this USB cord. So this USB cord will now be looking at this money. Why don't you grow? You don't grow. You used to be able to afford me some few years ago, but today levels have changed. You can no longer afford me. So you see, if I decide to save this money now, not that I want to invest it, I'm just keeping the money. It would no longer be able to buy USB cord. What it would now be able to buy would be maybe this face towel. Then few years from then, it will not be able to buy this face towel again. It will only be able to buy maybe a pen. Then few years from then, it will not be able to buy this pen again. Maybe it will only be able to buy the cover of the pen. And maybe a few years from then, it will not be able to buy the cover of the pen again. It will now be what? Useless. So money continually loses value with time. Inflation is an economic reality in all countries across the world. If you're watching this video, type on Google inflation rates in my country, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, America, UK, and leave it in the comment section below. It comes in percentage, and that percentage is calculated on per annum basis. That is the rate at which your money loses value on an annual basis. Every year, that money is losing value by that particular percentage. So that is inflation. So I'm not saying that savings is bad. Why are you saving? If you're saving for the purpose of investment, good. If you are saving for the purpose of, starting a new business or buying a top quality profit yielding property, which is also investment, it is good. If you are saving for emergency, of course, emergency, health, hazard, emergency, it is also a good cause. But if you are saving for just the sake of it, because you just want to keep money, or you are saving so that you go and party by weekend, it's a senseless way of saving. It doesn't make any sense at all. So banks don't save money, but they encourage us to save money. And banks, what they do with our money is they give it to rich individuals and companies and corporate bodies as loans. They invest in the forex market. They use your money to do the things that they ask you not to do because it's too risky. My elder brother is asking me for a loan for his business. A banker is telling me, how are you sure he's going to repay? Why don't you save the money? Now, I save the money at the bank. My elder brother goes behind to the bank and they give him that same money as loan. Have they not disgraced me? They have disgraced me because the thing that I refused to do with my money and I gave it to the bank is doing it with my money without my permission. I have refused to invest in the forex markets because it is too volatile. The bank is using my money to invest in the forex market. Well, that is the hypocrisy of banks. Now, let us talk about loans, the loan system, and the collateral system that banks operate. Very, very hypocritical. You come and you say you want to help the common man by giving them loan to do their business. Okay, now the bank is going to say, we are going to give you 1,000 naira loan. Go and do your business. But before we give you that loan, show us evidence that you own a property worth 100,000. Yes, bring it as collateral. Bring the papers, the documents of that property. Give it to us, then we'll give you 1,000 naira. Banks give loans only to people who can prove that they don't need it. Bank will only give you loan if you can prove to them that you don't need it. You are a rich man. Banks give loans only to the rich. Yes, bank will not give loans to poor people. Is that not hypocrisy? That's lies. That is lies. There are people who would offer you umbrella in fair weather and they'll ask for it back when it starts raining. The banking loan system is so flawed. It is supposed to cater for people who don't have. But the collateral system of things means that you have to come up with a collateral that is worth almost times 10 or times 20 of the loan amount you are looking for. They call it over-collateralization. Now, if you do not have that collateral, then you should be able to have somebody who is a family member or a friend who is ready to let go of their valuable as a collateral for you. So you have to be able to prove to the bank that you don't need the loan, that you are bigger than the loan. Okay? Now let's talk about debt and loan for a while. Being a debtor those days used to be an insult, but until I had insight into business, I found out that some very wealthy people actually use debt as a leverage. They know that they are credit worthy because they are rich. So they don't want to invest into that venture with their money only. They want to be able to share the risk, spread the risk with the bank as well. So they get a loan from the bank and they invest the money, it doesn't mean that they don't have out-of-pocket cash. Majority of the big men you see, all the wealthiest people in the world, they get loans from banks. All our monies that we deposit at the banks they find their ways into the pockets of these rich people and they use it for businesses. Okay, now when you do your calculation well and you know that the investment you want to go into can conveniently service the loan you want to take, taking a loan is actually a very smart move. But what you don't take a loan to do is you take a loan to throw a party. You take a loan to throw a graduation party. You take a loan to do a birthday party. You take a loan to do burial ceremony. You take a loan to party by weekend. It doesn't make any sense. You take a loan to pay your utility bills. Your utility bills is a recurrent expenditure. A recurrent expenditure that does not yield any profit. If you take a loan to pay your cable TV subscription by January, by February, you'll be owing two people, the cable service provider and the person you took a loan from in January. Or are you going to take a loan to pay your loan? Some people actually do it. They are owing Mr. A. They will go and approach Mr. B, take a loan, use that loan to offset their loan of Mr. A. They will remain perpetually in debt. So you don't take loans to service loans. You don't take loans to pay recurrent expenditure. As for recurrent expenditure, cut your coat according to your cloth. Stop paying the highest bouquet package for the cable TV. If you would need a loan to be paying it, why don't you go for lower packages? Why don't you practice minimalism? Why don't you cut your coat according to your cloth? Your children are going to a school that is very affordable. You move into a new environment where your neighbors' children are attending bigger schools because you want to measure up. You want to level up. Hello, you withdraw your children from schools that you could afford and you put them in schools that your neighbors attend. Undue competition, you are just killing yourself. When it's time for you to pay your children's school fees, you start having high blood pressure. Doctors will start running around. You start running around. You start having sleepless nights. You are living comfortably in a one-bedroom apartment and you are paying your rent effortlessly. Then one nonsensical person comes to your house and says, Victor, you are too big for this, so how can you be living in one-bedroom apartment? To please that person who does not know how you make money, does not care how you survive, you move into a 3-bedroom apartment, your BP is rising, the closer your rentage is coming. You start having sleepless nights. Okay, so that is loan system. Okay, and the entire loan system also is hypocritical for banks. Another hypocrisy that banks practice is this. Now, they know the implication of inflation. Inflation continually devalues your money. Banks know this very well. Okay, so now, why should the central bank of Nigeria be printing money right now? I mentioned a video I made earlier, that I made a video about inflation in Zimbabwe. Make sure you watch it. I'll leave it at the end card. Okay. Now, they know the implication of inflation. Why are they still printing money? Because I saw this Naira note and I'm seeing that they printed it in 2022. The Central Bank of Nigeria is still printing money now. Now, I don't know the head or the members of the current economic team at the federal level, but I don't know. I want to assume that they know their onions. If there is no cash flow in the economy, is it by printing money that you will solve the problem of cash flow? You say there's no money in this country, there's no money in this country. Is that why you are printing money? You don't know what that can cost? How do you grow an economy? Do you grow an economy by printing money? You grow an economy by investing in agriculture. You grow an economy and increase cash flow by investing in small and medium-scale enterprises. You grow the economy by encouraging local production. That way, you are going to be increasing the number of exports. You grow your economy by changing your economy from an import-based one to an export-based one. Before you know, your currency starts appreciating in value. You grow your economy by changing from consumption to production. You don't grow your economy by printing money. Your money will continually become valueless. I can't believe that Nigeria is still printing money this year. Upon all the economic hardships that we are facing, banks know inflation. They know what inflation can do. Yet the apex bank of this country is printing money. Is that not hypocrisy? Were you not the ones that taught us about inflation? You know the implication of inflation, yet you are still doing printing of money at this time. I mean, why can't they be truthful? Another hypocrisy of the bank is this. I was approached by a lady who said, oh, young man, open a bank account with us in a public place. And I was like, I don't have all the necessary documentations with which to open the account. She said, no need. All that is needed is for me to take your picture. When I take your picture, bam, your account is live and you can start using it. I was like, wow, this is serious. This is a new one. I allowed her to take my picture. I wrote down a few details and the account was live. I got an SMS that the account was live. I started depositing into the account. If you send me money, I deposit into that account. You send me money, I deposit into that account. Until I was broke one day, I said, okay, let me go and withdraw from this account. And I got to the bank, and they're like, some documentations are needed. There's a restriction on your account because of documentation. They are using me to rap. Restriction on your account because of documentation. Is this playing? What kind of playing is this? But the girl did not tell me earlier. It happened to me again. When I opened a current account and I was asked to bring 2 referees who had current accounts as well. Both referees signed the reference form for me. I submitted and the account went live. I started depositing money. When I had an emergency and I wanted to withdraw money, they said there's a restriction on your account because the account of one of your referees is actually dormant. Why didn't you people tell me as at the time I submitted the form or after? Why didn't you people tell me when I was depositing that, as you want to deposit now, there's a restriction on the account, we are just telling you? What kind of nonsense is that? It is when I want to withdraw that you're not telling me. That is hypocritical. That's a lie. That's some kind of scam. Banks only tell you the problem in your account when it's at the point of withdrawal. No, never at the point of deposit. Another scam that they do is that when they give out our monies as loans, the savings accounts, our money is in those savings and they give it out as loans, they give us little or nothing as interest. They pocket everything to themselves. The little that they even give you as interest on your savings account, they will remove it through SMS charge, monthly card maintenance, email charge, bank manager's breakfast charge, any charge whatsoever. They just remove your money. As a matter of fact, if you deposit 10,000 into your account, you will get an alert of 9,950. That is what these banks are doing to us, which is very, very unfair. So if you know any other forms of hypocrisy by these bank people, leave it in the comment section below. Let us drag them like I passed my neighbor generator today. If you like this video, stop liking my videos in your mind. Hello? Express it. Be proud about liking my videos by smashing the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos to more and more people. Me too, I want to go viral. Not viral infection, no. I just want to, share the video. Let everybody see it. And of course, please subscribe. And you guys may counterpunch by telling me your ugly experiences at the banks in the comment section below. Till I see you in the next one, I remain Victor Isibo. It is bye for now.